Hey everybody, it's Thursday, which means it's another great episode of Naturally Unbothered. I am Shari.
I'm Ebony.
I'm Tasha. And
who are our guests, Tasha?
Got my peoples with me. LaKeisha Williams.
LaKeisha Williams. And she from Oak Cliff, Texas.
Y'all see the shirt? Let them see the shirt. Y'all see it.
All right, Oak Cliff.
Oak Cliff in the building.
Then I got Tamara, Tam Garrett over here. Hey. Right now I'm in the cliff.
Okay.
I've been here since Saturday.
Okay. All right. I took a little mini vacation right now.
Yeah, I'm just kicking it.
You outside.
I'm outside. I'm outside.
You outside, girl.
I'm outside tomorrow because I gotta go to work.
Get on back.
I got to get back.
I'm in lovely San Diego, California.
Nice.
Yes. Super nice out here, right across the street from the ocean. Looks pretty nice. I like it. Mm-hmm.
That's wonderful. I'm in Birmingham.
Bless your heart.
Your smile was cute though.
You cute.
I mean, I paid enough for it.
I seen that twinkle. Twinkle, twinkle.
Yeah.
So, what are y'all drinking?
Ooh, what is we ain't drinking, child?
Look, a little house special from Fat Tuesday.
Okay, house special Crown. Okay, Crown over there. A little kettle one.
Kettle one.
All right.
And then we sip in on some scissor.
Oh.
We got that dank drink.
All right.
Tonight's chosen flavor is peach mango.
Peach mango.
That sounds delightful.
All right. What you got, Ebony?
I am letting Wild Turkey be wild by itself.
Oh,
And so I'm going to have a buzz ball and a little Seagram's wine cooler.
I am drinking an old fashioned that I just got from the bar.
Awesome.
With makers. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Of course.
I need to put this over there. Yeah.
Letting the hair grow back on my chest.
Somebody at the door. Oh.
All right. So y'all, it's been so much foolishness in the news. I know we just keep giving these people the same energy every week, and we just need to stop entertaining them. Cause this is the last week. I'm just gonna say Blueface and this chick.
Oh
I'm so tired of it.
Now, what have they done this week?
Oh
He
my
bought her a
gosh.
week, I guess.
So they had a physical altercation this week. Last week.
He got handsy.
So was she?
Yeah.
No, she got handsy and he hit her ass back. Let's say it how it really happened.
Well,
We're not gonna put that on him because she hit his ass first.
Well, apparently she didn't hit his mama too, because his mama was on the internet talking about how he let his girlfriend hit in the head with something. So I mean,
and then immediately afterwards, hey, Heimlich, she need the Heimlich?
she all right.
We watching.
She ain't gonna hit it no more.
Safe word. She can't have
I didn't know she got it.
stay for Oak Cliff.
With the mom, so it was kind of funny, and I laughed.
She
and
choked
Oh,
at
okay.
the same time.
Okay.
But intimate partner violence
It's
is
real.
real, and
It's
on
real.
both sides, females and males are definitely.
Yes, I mean,
Right.
but they domestic violence each other,
Mhm.
the two of them, and then afterwards they tape a video of themselves fucking.
Mhm.
Did he give
That's
her a
some
diamond?
toxic
Did he give her a ring? He gave her a ring too.
He done gave her all kinds of shit.
I'm talking about after this fight.
She
That
fought his
is
mom and
toxic.
everything. Crazy.
I mean,
But
they
I
just
know
like,
somebody.
how come you haven't been canceled? You know they cancel everybody for domestic violence. This man ain't been canceled. Ain't no. I think they done did so much shit to each other that people don't even give a fuck.
Nobody gives a shit.
Because this is why they're relevant in the first place. So why would they cancel them? These
Exactly.
stories is what
This
makes
is why.
either one of them relevant.
Mhm.
What
I
means
know
he got out
somebody-
there that's doing something? Who
I don't know,
is he?
because the first thing went to my
Who
mind
is
was-
she? I ain't know nothing about them until these stories started popping up.
So
So
the
this is the shit that makes them
toxic
relevant.
relationship popped up.
Yeah, I
That's
saw
why
him
they're
on the
not being
Breakfast
canceled.
Club. That's the only reason why I know him. But I know somebody who had a similar situation. They was fighting, his fingerprints was on her neck and shit. He proposed to her the next day and they got married. This was like 1996,
God,
97.
so familiar with that story.
I mean, this shit happens.
Okay.
Toxic is as toxic does.
You don't love me that much.
All right. So this is the last week we gonna
Period.
get our energy. We not even naming their names this week, but it's just foolishness. It's just the foolishness. So do y'all know who Channing Crowder is?
I do because I watched
Okay.
the Pivot.
Okay. I need everybody's undivided attention. Okay. And your divided attention. I need all the attentions. Y'all gotta listen to this shit.
See, I don't bathe that often. A bath? Yeah. I don't wash that often. You don't take a shower? I don't think you really need to wash that much. Like you wash every day. Huh? I think you, man. You don't take a shower every day? 2 times a week. Oh, 3 times max. Bro, real talk. You lying? No, I don't really do all that. You spent your whole life in football pads. Yeah, and I'm just like I can wrench. I call it wrench off. I wrench off. But all that washing and sitting down and putting soap on and you can stand up in the shower. But all take a shower. I think taking a bath is kind of nasty. It's the funny thing is the hot spots. Only thing that stink. If you think about it, have you ever had your forearms stink? No, your underarms. Yeah, I know I'm stink. Your crotch, your booty. Yeah, stink. Your feet. Yeah. So you just hit a hot spot. And I get in the shower and not a drop of water will touch my calves or my forearm. What?
That's impossible.
What are you talking about? I wash my face, my underarms, my crotch, my ass, my feet. Them all only things that stink.
Outside the shower.
Somebody be like, your back smells nasty. No, that's crazy, man. Look, DC, I don't bathe that often.
No, thank you.
Let's
Let me just say that I love that podcast. If you don't watch it, you should. It's dope as hell.
Yeah.
I love it.
What you been telling me about?
The Pivot.
It's so dope.
Yes, but let's unpack this. First of all, he said he don't bathe. He must be from Florida. That's a Florida down south, deep down south.
He definitely is.
I don't bathe.
I don't know a motherfucker in this world that don't bathe. That's some nasty shit.
This motherfucker said
kids
2
don't like
times
to
a week.
I don't know no
2 times a week.
Minimum. 3 times tops. We all doing fuck shit wrong in our life because I know I take more showers than that.
Listen,
I mean,
I have no words. Whoever's fucking that, somebody then probably tossed his salad. Ew.
his wife.
He hit the hot spots. The ass is the hot spot.
His wife.
Yeah, he married. They nasty freaky too. Yeah. However, I will say that
skin cells out. He nasty.
Like on the days that I'm off work, I don't be showering the whole time I'm off unless we're going somewhere.
Oh,
but do you shower twice a week, bitch? That's what he said. Twice a week. It's 7 days in a motherfucking week. I mean, so yeah, when I go to work, Miss, I can't wash my face with the same towel. You only washing your ass twice a week.
So, bitch, if you walk for 3 days in a row, if you don't go nowhere, you not taking no shower?
Nope.
You are nasty.
You might as well wash your face with your ass rag. You might as well be washing your face with your ass rag, ma'am.
If I am off work, unless we are going somewhere, I be chilling.
Oh, nasty, muddy gutter.
Call it what you want. I'm not leaving the house. I don't care what it is. If I'm not leaving the house and I'm not doing anything, and I showered the morning, let's say I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I showered on Friday morning before I went to work. Well, I'll shower that night, especially in what I'm in now, the business I'm in now. But shit, after that, it's no water ran in this motherfucker and chill.
Are you brushing your teeth?
I brush my teeth.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
The motherfuckers ain't falling out your head that easy for nothing.
No.
Please.
Bitch, I needed a root canal.
No.
Oh, bitch.
No. It's a no for me. It's a no.
I'm home
It's a no.
No.
Well, don't judge me. I'm not bothered.
That's all that matters.
Clearly, you're not bothered.
Well, you got a husband, so hey, that's what must be doing
you got a
something.
husband, so clearly y'all not having sex during these days off.
I mean, sometimes he'd be at work. And so, probably not.
Wow.
And if we do, I'll get in the shower. If we're going to do it, I'll shower. If not, then fuck.
You probably just hit the hot spots.
Like, I get off work, I take a shower when I get off work. And then when I get up the next morning,
I take a shower.
I gotta take a shower. Like I feel
gotta wake up
in my sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Every day
comfortable, and especially in the summertime.
Every day I gotta
in the middle of the day.
The under titties be sweating.
Both of them, right?
I barely got any titties, so I don't
still sweat. Them titties still sweat.
You got titties and they sweat. You got more titties than I got.
Allegedly.
I'm not gonna pull them out this
allegedly.
time. I'm not gonna do it. Not today.
No visuals today.
I know I would drop a titty.
No.
So Tasha, you got a new segment?
Yeah. I didn't really prepare it, but I'll tell y'all about it. I'll tell y'all how it's gonna go. So, matter of fact, I'll just pull it up. So y'all know, I did mention that it was dedicated to Ebony. I saved it in my library.
Thank you.
I'm always the brunt of all the.
It's not even. It's just so when I got it, I was like, "This is so." It was just so near. It was just so near and dear. She's gonna always cuss us out. It's no big deal. So.
I wonder. I will wait after.
Chew on it, Twizzlers.
What?
You bitch.
Okay, so let me explain.
I wonder.
Let me explain. So the Twizzler commercials, they had me cracking up, and I was like, I'm gonna start doing those, but make it like sex, you know, like things that make you say about sex. So how they draw that out, like points to ponder. And then so it's like chew on this. And since we always fucking with Ebony about Twizzlers, I'm like, even people can write in and send in like their chew on this thing. They can write, send it in to us.
I like that.
Awesome.
Like he was saying, sometimes I wonder why and when I said, just kind of threw out there to Mari last night, was like, sometimes I wonder why only the woman was given the clip. Chew on that, a point to ponder. You know what I'm saying? Chew on that, Twizzlers, whatever. So
I like that. I love it.
The mean mug is
I just thought that would be really cool. Just since it's already kind of a running joke, and we can just make little sexual, and there's at least 3 commercials like that say different things that we can use to create our own. So I thought that was fun.
Kudos, I love it.
Did I tell y'all that as a gift, the job gave me a cup and it had Twizzlers in it?
Yeah, you did not.
I left that motherfucker there.
That was not bastard. I do not accept this.
I left it there.
So you fully are prepared to never eat Twizzlers ever again in your life?
Yes.
Well, I'm not, and I'm going to get a jar of them and keep them on.
I'm on Red Vine.
My desk, so when we record, I will be eating Twizzlers.
Oh, you switched over to Red Vines?
Mm-hmm.
That's still licorice, baby, just so you know.
They softer though.
So that's my new idea or segment for the show.
It's cute. It's cute.
Thank you.
So did y'all hear about the Italian decathlon runner who was running and his dick fell out his pants?
No. Is there a video?
He fell on it.
Fell out.
So of course you can't see it because I've tried every angle, slow motion, screenshotted everything. You can't see it fall out. You just see him grabbing for it.
It fell over the top.
That's a picture.
Damn, I want to shot with y'all. Oh, wait a minute.
I was trying to take a real shot.
Y'all can't see it.
Oh, we're going to have to go and pull it up.
Okay, but I'm gonna go to the YouTube video.
Well, wait a second. While you're pulling that up, that happens often because I thought you were talking about a different one. But there was a guy who was at the NFL compound, and he was running like the 40, and his dick came out over the top of his, and the people, like I saw it on TikTok, like we couldn't see it, of course, but he fell over. He laid down on his dick. He was like, ain't no way. So he just laid down on top of it. He was black, and the guy,
this man just covered his up and kept running.
God,
he looked like he was about to win too.
You just,
his dick fell out.
You just gotta keep going. You just gotta just let it all hang out.
Distraction.
Dang, that's a real testament of dang-a-line.
Hello world.
Ebony, where you at?
Naturally unbothered. Naturally unbothered. Hello.
They ain't got nothing to say.
Fuck 'em.
All right, so here's the video. Hold on.
My shot.
All right, here's the video. Are we taking a shot?
Okay. The turkey? Oh, is that the turkey?
Oh my.
It's the shot. Okay. All right, y'all ready for this video?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna have these in the blue.
Oh damn.
Is that him tucking it, catching it?
Yeah, he's catching it.
You just gotta keep going.
I would have let that dick slang and kept going.
You just gotta
just run.
I mean, I wonder what they have tried to charge him with indecency or something. Maybe.
He can't help it.
He ran the rest of the way trying to keep the dick in.
Listen, if I'm running the race,
let's go.
I'm going the whole way with titties out.
I would have running too. I would have been like, the world would have been seeing this dick. I would have been like, I'm still gonna win this shit.
I would have took.
First of all, y'all already know if I had a dick, it would never be in my pants no damn way. So I would.
That's how you greet people.
Put your dick on the glass would not even have to be a
it wouldn't even be a thing, bitch. Because my dick would just be out. Like I would just learn to teach that motherfucker how to wave. Every time somebody says something, what's up on my dick, would be like.
Man, this motherfucker right here. Hang on. Hey.
Hey, ding-a-ling.
Hey, ding-a-ling. That's my shit. They be like, man, I'm so fucking tired of seeing her motherfucking.
I got about something. Hold up.
Hold up.
Every time my motherfucking see Shar, she got her motherfucking dick out. I'm so fucking tired of seeing that bitch dick. That's what they be saying. Cause my dick would never be in my pants.
It would stay out.
She said, say hi.
Uh-oh. They caught your attention. Oh my God.
Away. What you got? This way. What is that? A cock? Oh, a butt plug. Oh, is it metal?
Yeah, it was half off, and it has a gemstone. Tiger's eye.
Oh, okay. So you can be strong and protected down there, huh?
Oh, you're gonna
I'm gonna try to see if I can plug somebody with this.
Oh, you didn't get it for yourself?
No. It was half off, and I was like, I thought about the show we had been watching, how to build, the sex room. So I'm starting to build my repertoire.
Yeah, build up toys. Let me see. It looks
Isn't
nice.
that pretty?
Oh, that'd be, you know what? I need a picture of that in somebody's asshole.
Hey, that looks like my wine cork.
Isn't that beautiful?
That looks like your wine cork. You can use that. You can use that.
Husband.
Yeah.
Yes, I would love a picture of that in somebody's asshole.
I'll let you know if I'm successful. Maybe for my 50, if I can get somebody to let me do my thing, but shit.
205-308-8304 if you're willing to let Tasha plug you. 205-308-8304.
Yes, just a little plug. Everyone needs just a little plug.
The gift comes with the plug. So if you allow me to plug you, this will be yours.
You get a parting gift.
Plug with gift.
That's beautiful. I like that. Did you get that on a website or you bought it at a store?
I bought it at a store. We were out last night, and what was the name of it?
Fine Arts.
Fine Arts. It was a big ass billboard with a big ass rose on it, and I was like, "That's how they do it. Fine Arts. That's fine. The rose is a Fine Arts." And she was like, "No, that's the name of the store." So we got off and went. It was nice. It was a nice store. They had some interesting things.
Some video.
Tim's like, yes.
I should have done that, but yeah. And I bought this in there too because unfortunately, I brought my paraphernalia kit and I've misplaced it somewhere. And it had some good pizza toppings.
Wait, hold that up again.
It's a pipe. Sweet.
I thought it was a twofer.
You went to the sex toy and that it was the transition.
You thought it was a twofer?
Well, they were in the same store.
You thought we were still on the toy.
They were in the same store. I got to build my thing back up. Sorry, baby. So yeah, I thought y'all would find that, especially Shari would find that interesting. So
I love it. I wish I had known. I would have been like, buy two, because I can plug some assholes.
I'll go back if you want one because they were half off. I'll go buy it before I leave.
I will cash app you tonight.
They have turquoise. They have rose quartz.
Rose quartz.
They have another one.
I want turquoise. Don't do rose quartz. I don't want anybody to get that love from me when I do it.
That part.
Yeah, give me some turquoise.
There was another one too, so I'll let you know what that is before I.
Yes, please let me know. I will cash app you this as soon as we get off the show. Cause I got some pretty assholes that need some picture jewelry for it.
There you go.
Yeah. With that. Mm-hmm. Whatever, don't be. This is a show is about sex. We talking about sex, bitch.
Well, play the bitch up then. Now play it up.
I'm saying, I'm having a little visitor in like about a week or two. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm.
Well, speaking of this is a great segue into my segment. If Ebony want to give me some music,
give us some music. Bust it down. Bust it down, Tatiana.
Oh, I got a guitar too. Go get the guitar right quick. I'm gonna join you.
Bust it down, Tatiana. Want to see you bust it down. Thank you, Anna.
I got a new something I'm gonna buy on the way out too. I found something that I'm gonna use until I find my damn violin.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, you got a blue one? Okay, let's get it.
Black. It's black.
Oh, it's black. It looked like a little blue reflection. Reba Dirty, you dusting off real quick?
Yeah, it's been a minute.
She does. That's probably why she looked blue, but that's all right.
Yes, all right.
We about to sing the blue.
Let's go. Let's get this. I'm hyped. I'm ready. Let's go.
Let me rock. Let me start rocking already.
Yeah.
Follow your lead.
Yeah.
What you doing?
Fucking fat.
Okay. Fuck or fact, how about that? Fuck or fact, how about that? That shit is back. Fuck or facts.
What was like, what? Okay, let go.
Oh, I was so hyped for nothing. That was so painful.
It was painful as hell.
Oh, I was so hyped though.
That's why I didn't join in. I let her take the flow.
If you would have joined in, oh.
I refuse. I need you to tighten those strings, first of all. Tighten the strings.
They're tight.
That's how some of them bitches feel about their pussy out there. But just like some of them feel about her, just like some of them niggas feel that, we are hearing. We are hearing.
Your strings are loose, bitch.
I didn't put on thumbtacks.
But everybody not built close.
Everybody's
Everybody's not built close. I'm just saying. Everybody's not built close. It's still tight right there, but you know, then you have expansion. Like when you go to the ocean, you be walking regular, and all of a sudden that bitch drop off like that. You better watch it.
Hey,
Depending on the angle.
All right.
I'm skilled.
Oh, she said.
You were amazing. Thank you, Ebony, for that.
You're welcome.
So vibrators were actually originally invented for the 19th century to reduce hysteria in women. Fuck or fact?
I believe it is a fact.
I thought the guest was supposed to go first.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's
You're
okay.
Right. Yes.
Okay, they agreed that the fact. I'll agree with it. I'm gonna go with the masses.
The masses.
Okay, so that seems to be a little extreme. However, we do not recommend testing that theory by taking away a woman's vibrator to see if she goes hysterical on you or not, because that could be extremely dangerous. So sorry to tell y'all, it is actually a fuck. So
every time I go,
she read it with such confidence.
I was going to present it as a fact, but as I continue to go down the wormhole, I read that it does not. So here we go. Dr. Greenville invented the vibrator as a medicine device for men to be used for various body parts, mainly to treat pain, spinal disease, deafness. The only sexual use was suggested on a man's perineum to treat impotence. The gooch. So, and that was to treat impotence. So the vibrator was first created for a man. Just like booty beads, gentlemen. Just like booty beads. But anyway,
y'all, you know, it's like secret, strong enough for a man, but made for a woman. Yeah.
But it goes on to say, I sent the link so we can share it when we post, but it goes on to say that it was basically introduced in the 90s. Once it introduced the mainstream, it became like the actual sex toy, but it was made to create. So it used, and then that about treating hysteria, like it was out there for a long time as a myth, as false information.
Right, because I thought that was really it.
Yeah, it was out there as false information.
Sometimes, you know, a motherfucker needs to be calmed, and a nut will calm a motherfucker.
And then there's some truth to that, because I do have some other information that says that, you know, obviously sex does calm us, but it actually sends us insane on some other shit too. That
I mean,
you know,
it depends on
stay
how
tuned on some future fucks or facts, right? Because I got some of that too.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I thought that was really interesting, because I was going to introduce that as an actual fact, and then I kept going and found a more current story that it's not true at all. So
okay, well, let's hear another little interesting story. Y'all ready?
Ready.
In your life.
I fucked the guy and his mom.
What? stepmom.
No, his like birth mother. And she sucked his dick yeah.
How was that?
It was great. Once he looked at her and told her, yo, come do what you do best, it was downhill from there.
Wait, he told his mom, come do what you do best, and
come do what you do best. She started sucking his dick, and then at one point they looked at me and he was like, come suck this dick. And I was like, why obliged?
Sucked his dick too.
Sucked his dick too. We both sucked his dick. Together.
That is
one big happy family.
I like that for you. I ain't gonna lie.
That is some sick shit.
That is weird as fuck.
It's a no for me. It's a no for me.
That is some sick shit.
She was so confident.
Look, let me just spread them all the way out.
It is
a no for me.
1000%.
For her to tell that story like that, it was okay. And come do what you do best. So you've been.
Know what you've been doing.
You've been molesting your child from
I was thinking that the mom and the son did her. Boom. But that.
Yeah, that took a whole crazy turn.
Yeah.
And that's kind of crazy too.
It's still too motherfucking no thank you. I don't want to know nothing about my son and his sexual exploitations. No thank you.
I just can't.
I fucked around and went through his text messages as a kid and was like, oh Lord. He in middle school, sexy.
Shout out nephew Corian, my boy.
No thank you. So
Yeah.
Y'all doing too much out there. Wow.
I got another one.
Oh goodness.
This is the last one.
I'll be finding all the raunch.
This is the last one. Y'all ready? Okay, let me turn my volume all the way up. All right. So the question is always, what's the wildest thing you've ever done sexually? So if y'all don't hear it, that's the question that he's asking.
What's the freakiest thing you ever did?
I would say probably having a trans threesome, but
Having a what?
a threesome with a trans person and a straight person, just mixing all types of body fluids and shit. But it was very interesting for me. But
So who was trans? It was a guy and
the woman was born a man, but trans woman. So now refers to themselves as a woman, identifies as a woman, but the male was a male born a man.
word. That's so.
You know what's interesting too? That trans woman was actually my first white person too.
That was a white trans woman
and a black man. Jamaican guy. That was the first time I actually fucked a white person out. I think about it, and I don't. Yeah.
So you sucked both dicks?
I did. I like to suck dick, so it was 2 dicks there.
I should have known. What's the freakiest thing you ever did?
She said, I like to suck dick and it was 2 dicks there. So I sucked it.
I mean, what do you do?
I should have known. Well,
Yeah, what
damn.
you supposed to do with your dick?
Well, damn.
Wow.
Yeah, so again, I don't know, many moons ago we talked about trans gender sex because
follow the dynamic. I was trying to follow trans woman trans man turned woman.
Yes,
and then a straight guy.
Yes, a straight guy. Yeah.
So 2 dicks and a chick, basically.
Yeah.
Jamaican.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So many shows ago, many moons ago, one of our old co-hosts said we were talking about what type of porn we all like to have sex to. And she said that she likes to have sex to transgender porn. Of male to female. And never have I ever thought of any other type of porn other than male and female and female and female. I mean, that's all I ever thought about. I mean, I know there's positions and shit, and I know there's other shit out there. But before then, I never thought about watching any other kind of porn until she said that. So I was like, how the fuck can you get aroused by this shit? You can't.
You never watched midgets or little people's porn?
No, I've never watched any of that other stuff. Actually, I've watched it now, but back then, when this all happened, I never had. So I ended up watching the transgender sex, And I was actually aroused by it.
Oh.
And I was in shock at myself because I was like, why are you aroused by this? But it was the sex looked like it was really good.
Okay, so here's the thing. Sex is sex. So even if it's something you don't agree with, you're still gonna be aroused because that's the body's natural response. People get aroused even when they're being raped. That doesn't mean that they're enjoying being raped. It's
True.
just the body's natural response. So it's going to happen.
Yeah,
so
it was
point that out.
Yeah, it was weird. But because I wasn't expecting, I was literally watching it just to watch it, but literally became aroused from it.
No.
So I was like, hey, I'm not opposed to transgender.
Your little clit got swole.
It did. My little thump. Yeah, my super thump. But I wasn't expecting it like that. So I mean, I would have a threesome with a transgender and my partner. I do it.
I probably would too.
Partner feel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, my partner,
He's straight.
He's straight. As long as he didn't try to cross over, it will be fine. If it was
show me the crossover again. Show me the crossover.
As long as he didn't do that, then, it will be fine. He would probably be okay with it.
But would it be crossing over? And I'm just if the person was transitioning from woman to male, but still had all the the female stuff, but didn't want penetration in her vagina. She wanted to take it in the butt, but he was a male.
I don't know, but I promise you I'm gonna ask this question.
That is a good one, and I bet you
I will ask this question because that's always a possibility because we are super open in our relationship and our sexuality. I will ask him that question. I will have an answer for you guys. I wish he was here, but he went shopping. But I would definitely ask him that question.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay, Ebony.
I mean, sometimes.
But for me, the answer is still yes. I still do it.
Ebony, you said you would do it?
I think so. I think I'll be curious about it. I would probably be more curious if the person was a male and had boobs, because I've never seen that before.
That's what aroused me.
A dick with titties.
Oh my God!
I get it all in one place.
Yeah, I think
get it all in one place. I can
yes.
Would
that even make me bisexual anymore?
It would make you trisexual.
It just makes you queer as fuck, and that's what you are.
Oh my God, that would be so hot. Like I get titties because I love titties. So titties and the dick. I love.
Listen, I already know because I know I know Leon, and Leon has this thing for midgets, or like every so often. So would you?
Leon, who? Me, Leon?
You, Leon.
I don't have a thing for midgets.
I mean, there was a time when you were sitting there.
It's because Alley Cat, Atlanta.
Oh.
Huda got a thing for midgets. So I was
like,
sitting there heard of shit.
Would you do it to a midget? Or a little person? A little person.
I don't even want a short nigga. No.
They got big old things.
I don't give a shit. You got to be this tall to ride this ride, bitch.
When you lay down, you're all the same size.
Unless he's standing on his money stag. If his money tall enough, he might be able to stand on that and leave the shit when he go.
The torsos line up though, it don't really matter.
I don't give a shit about none of that. I don't give
When you laying down, you all be the same height.
I don't give a fuck. I'm not fucking I can make myself come.
And they strong. I mean, allegedly.
You got a lot of information.
A whole lot of information.
Small person.
But no,
I don't know.
I don't have anything for midgets. I don't want no short. Oh, I'm scratching. Oh,
Don't want
got-
no dick.
I got ink.
Oh, what you get?
I
am. But I'm going to get some more, and we'll talk, but I got us a guy. I might even get that back there.
Okay.
But yeah, I got us a guy, so we need to have us get us together.
Okay, Ebony, say my name.
Hey, mama.
Shari, and Natasha.
Say my motherfucking name.
Hold on, I just got my stuff brought to me, and I think it might be dead. So
fuck that, bitch. This new shit that you've been on, you better be having all your shit to motherfucking gather the way you sent that motherfucking message this morning.
Nigga, I just said send all the stuff so I can refer to this. Now fuck.
We got
but we'll just have to come back. That can be last. Let's go. Just let me get some juice. Move on.
This was it, bitch. And
this was the show? Well, this show was terrible.
We ain't done, but your segment needs to come on.
I really can't.
So what's the point of you having two phones and you still relying
one for the plug and one for the load?
There you go.
Don't encourage the bullshit.
It was in my mind.
I know
it was in my mind every day.
That's why. One for the plug and one for the load. I got
that damn Oak Cliff done popped out.
The plug ain't motherfucking working. Yeah. It's just dead, hoe.
No, the phone is good. You know but I had
while you're booting your shit up, let's talk to LaKeisha so she can tell us about her fabulous shit that she does. Because if y'all don't remember, she's been on the show before. She is our advocate for sexuality and sexual testing.
All things safe.
Tell everybody about you, LaKeisha, and what you do and what you bring to the table and how you can help the wonderful listeners and people that are out there.
You know what? Just speaking to everybody and having positive conversation about like this intimate partner violence thing. You have to really, when you get involved with people, understand how they make you feel before how they look and all this type of stuff. And if you're feeling a certain kind of way, have conversations with people and try to figure out the best way to move away from this person before it turns into a situation where you kill all my kids and kill me and, things like that. So we talk about that and getting people tested so you can know your status. It's almost like you should have your driver's license and your status. So just because you look good or whatever, do you know? And you could be in a relationship and just have a side chick, but your side chick or side dude may have others. And that's where the test needs to come in. You know what I'm saying? So you can know what your status is. And that's about it. Just in the community, trying to let people know what their status is, helping human trafficking victims, things like that. Just trying to bring it all together. That's it.
I have a question.
Okay.
I have an answer.
Okay, so earlier I was talking, me and the girls were talking, and somebody went and got tested or they got the monkeypox vaccine.
Okay.
And so my question was it only for the gays? And were they giving it to everybody? And
that's a lot of people who have gone on to tell their story about contracting monkeypox have not been gay individuals. I believe they were targeted for a moment just because, and like I said, that's my opinion about it. It has nothing to do with that. You can get infected by someone who is straight. It's not just about sexual contact, but that was the narrative that was going out. I was on a call and, that was what they wanted to put forth because of an event that happened. They called the Daddy's Festival or something. That's where a lot of transmission allegedly happened maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago. And that was something to scare, I believe, that community to just go and get the vaccine or get tested if that's what they wanted to do,
Yeah, well, I work in healthcare and a lot of the vaccination centers are only giving it to gay males.
Yeah.
That is, and the elderly. So You know,
one of the things, I didn't mean to cut you off. One of the things they said is men who have sex with men, and then men who have sex who are having sex with heterosexual women. So it's a across the board situation where anybody is susceptible to get it, because there are gay men who have wives,
exactly,
girlfriends, side guys, you know, the whole thing. So I think it's a everybody situation. If you start feeling a certain type of way, know your body, and you know, if you can get there. And honestly, I'm talking to myself, so let me turn around. It doesn't matter about, like, you're gonna die owing somebody, so just go get yourself checked out. Let the experts tell you what it is that's going on, if something changes drastically or a little bit, because as we get older, that's what happens.
Yes.
What are the symptoms for monkeypox other than what you can see?
The lesions. You just start, I think it's more of a flu, like an attack on your immune system. And I'm not a doctor, I just play one because she from a cliff. Let me be clear, but I can get real answers like that. But I'm just telling you with reading about it, that's what, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. I'm not a doctor.
So if we wanted to get some STD test or some HIV test, like, you know, how would we go about doing that? Tell people.
I mean, they're at home tests. I mean, that's a great segue over there. You can just get the test mailed to you. You know, you just.
But how? Who do I contact? Like, what do I do?
You can contact this podcast and just send me the addresses, and we could send them out through UT Southwestern Medical Center.
Okay.
Get them to you, because we want people to know what their status is. And then you can even talk with someone who can walk you through, you know, the testing piece of it, so you can know what you're doing. We have people on staff that can do that.
Yes.
That was a great segue into, I'm gonna let Tamara introduce herself and let you guys know about herself and what she does.
Okay, let's go, Tamara.
So yes, my name is Tamara. Hi again. So I'm a community health worker. I'm an HIV/AIDS advocate. Okay. So I speak, I travel. I myself am a person living with HIV.
Okay. All right.
I have so many questions.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. So I know it takes a lot of courage in this time, and probably not as much as it used to be a stigma with HIV and stuff, HIV and AIDS. So can you tell us how long you've been living with it and how you feel? Because and I'm just gonna say, you're very beautiful, beautiful chocolate skin. You don't look like someone who has HIV. So I need you to, I guess you being here shows that there's no look to it.
Exactly.
So, but go ahead, please.
Okay, so I've been living with HIV for a little over 2 years now. So it's been a little over 2 years. How do I feel? I feel fucking amazing.
Oh, that's so dope. That's so dope.
So
how did when you were told that you had HIV, what were your thoughts, and did you get it from someone that you had been with in a long relationship? Like, I'm trying to be all in your beeswax. I know, I'm sorry, but
she is the interviewer.
But I want to know everything.
Okay, awesome. So I was engaged. I had a fiance. I met this guy. It wasn't long term. It wasn't even 6 months we were seeing each other. It was probably about 3 months. And I just thought it was my end all be all, like, he's the one. I met him the first day with a homeboy, exchanged numbers at a gas station. And I kind of like how he checked his homeboy and was like, either you gonna take the homegirl or sister or whoever number she is on the passenger side, or else ain't nobody getting no numbers and we gonna burn off. You know, I'm like, ooh, yeah, I think I want him. And then he was driving this, he was driving a Scat Pack before they even started hitting the street. Okay. So I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. So we chilled, we hung out every single day like we were inseparable. We then connected and I was like, okay, everything is going fine. And he was asking this question. So if I would ask you to like marry me, like what would your response be? And I was like, well, at this point a lot in life, like what else is there to do? How about it? Like I'm
YOLO.
Yeah, like you only live once, like let's do this, And as we were beginning to go on, some things began to ring questions in my mind. Like it started when I like flipped over his ID, and his ID was actually another man's ID, and they looked nothing, alike. And that's what kind of started creeping me out at first. And then I done welcomed him into my home, and he's like, and at this time I do want to tell y'all, like, at this point in my life, I just buried my dad. I met this guy. Yeah, I buried my dad. I dropped out of college and took care of my dad to the day he died. I love my dad. Like he did a great job. And I ended up running into this guy. So it was already some grieving going on. So yeah. I'm at a very vulnerable spot. Very vulnerable spot. And then I didn't even know it, Didn't even know it. I'm out here like, oh, okay. So we hung out, we moved in. I told him, you know what, just come to my place because my place nice. It's convenient for me and my job, I'm very in tune and have things already situated, and we'll work on you slowly but surely, a day at a time, a step at a time. Okay. But we finna get it together, One day, like I kid you not, one day we were having sex, and then the guy tells me, if you ever tell anybody about the shit we do in this bedroom, I'll kill you. If you think you're gonna ever leave me, I'll kill you. We in the midst of some hot sex. Like when I say hot sex, I like crazy hot sex. But when it's done turned into this toxic shit, I'm like, man, we don't even get down like that. Like, where are these conversations coming from? And then they were all followed with, I love you. And those three things, right? Those three words right there could definitely, turn into something else, and you overlook the things that you need to, like, everything, you go slipping for everything. You don't even know, because them three words right there, you got to be cautious about those words. But that wasn't weird enough for me, I'm beginning to see this guy like I'm trying to lead the streets. He was telling me he was trying to lead the streets and he wanted to do right. And I'm like, yeah, such a hopeless romantic. Yeah. Okay, see the good.
I'll fix you, baby. I got you. I got us.
I'll save you. Yes. Like, I'm like, okay, we can make this work, and slowly but surely things start turning around. And he was like, I got hit. I need some money. Can I borrow this money? He would bring the money back and do what he was supposed to and like help me. So it was believable, So, but at the end of the day, one day I came home and literally he was gone.
What?
Yeah, I came home from work and he was gone. I called
all his stuff, everything.
I blew up his phone. Like, I'm thinking like what could happen, because it's usually like the first couple rings, or if not, I get called back as soon as possible. That's how those are the type of moves that he made. Oh my goodness, y'all. When I say he was a whole imposter, he was a whole imposter. Like I didn't hear from him until I was literally hospitalized, y'all. At this point, I'm getting sick. I kid you not, I never forget the job that I had. The supervisor comes over to me and she tells me, I need you to go home. I need you to go take care of yourself. And I'm like, no, I'm feeling fine. And she tells me, no, I'm not asking you like get your ass up and go. Like something's going on, you know, she and I'm like, oh, this is really weird. Like, what's wrong with this woman telling me to get up? I'm taking care of myself. I need these hours because this man done left, my money gone, you know, everything is gone. So she telling me to get up and go. And I'm like, I'm so grateful that I wasn't just so rebellious, you know, and stubborn about the situation. I got in my emotions to where, you know, but I was sick. I was sick and I didn't even know I was sick. And she was like paying attention. She's like, your body's shaking. And I wasn't even aware of the things she's telling me. And I'm like, no, that can't be right. Maybe because I'm just cold nature, like turn the air down in here a little bit, you know? She could pick up on things that I was ignoring. She saw it. I immediately went to the, you know, to the hospital to see what was wrong. A lady tells me, your numbers are looking just as good as mine. I don't see anything wrong, you know. That was the first hospital. I went to a second hospital because days later, like my appetite, everything goes away. And I'm like, I'm not eating this not normal. And I begin to have like wrecking pain in my body. So I go to another hospital. When I get there, they tell me, well, looks like you have maybe a little strep throat. You know, we'll give you some antibiotics for an infection and you'll be great. I left there. I attempted to take the antibiotics and my system wouldn't even hold down an antibiotic. So I began to get very discouraged because I already done been to 2 different hospital facilities. Like I'm tired, you know, my body's increasing with pain. I'm beginning to be very fatigued. I didn't have the energy to want to do anything. So at this
something needed to be done.
And this is 2 years ago. This was 2 years ago, right? So it's kind of right at that COVID mark.
Right.
And so I could see how, okay, just trying to get the timeline together.
It was like right before the COVID, you know, thing took a place, you know. But I'm like, okay, you know, at this point, I'm like, I'm tired because then what I'm gonna get up and go here? My body's like racking with pain. I'm like, at this point, my mom was feeding me pineapples and cran grape juice by Minute Maid. Oh, it's my favorite. So I literally lived probably a week off of a can of pineapples and didn't even finish the container. And she was just making sure I was okay and I was consuming something. She's like, you gotta do something, you know. And then I had an aunt that came over and she was like, how are you? Like she literally came up to the second level of my mom's house, like, tell me. She was like, just tell me what I need to do because I need you to just go to the county hospital and see, and they're gonna figure out everything that's, you know, here is Parkland. It's Parkland Hospital. So they were like, just go and they'll figure it out. So I went there and we planned, you know, the way it was. She's like, what do you hurt it? I'm like, I'm really, my whole body's racking in pain. She said, well, all right, we're gonna tell them your chest hurt because that's a red flag. So if your whole body, then
it's
that's
automatically at sea.
She said, we automatically going. So I'm like, what? You know, so I done went up there, like I'm barely like walking, talking. She was like, don't worry about it. I got you. I'm going to get you where you need to go. She got me there and immediately they called me back. And then they told me they were going to have to admit me. And I was like telling them, I got money to make. Don't you know this dude, my fiance, I don't know where he at. Rent is due. I'm telling these people here at this facility. And one lady looks me in my eyes and she tells me, well, if you go out that door, there's no guarantee that you're going to walk back through this door. And if that's what you're wanting to do, you have to sign a waiver for us to even release you. My aunt was there and she was like, I know this is scary. The last time that I was in the hospital, it's because I was being pronounced with a broken neck, paralyzed from the waist down with a broken neck and a coma. And it took them about 6 to 9 hours to get me back right. And I still had to learn to walk and talk all over again. So with the idea of me being admitted into a hospital, because that was just intensive care unit, you know, but to be admitted and they say they wanted to keep me. And I had been struggled so long with my dad in and out of the hospitals. Matter of fact, he's the only reason I would set foot in a hospital. I've never been fond of like hospitals and things, but he helped me break that barrier down, you know, too. But I didn't care for him. So I had a whole meltdown because I don't know what they're talking about. I don't know I don't even know what's going on. They
told me what's wrong. They just said they admitted me.
We gotta admit you and you can't leave. And I'm like, it ain't nothing simple a prescription can fix. No, you know, so they admitted me. And when they admitted me, then later after I woke up and my body was like rested and I'm hooked to so many machines. I don't know what even happened in a blackout phase, but they were amazed. They were like, we don't understand why you're not in a coma. Like my sugars and everything was off the chart because my body was consuming those substances, pineapples and cran grape. Today, when I look at the numbers of sugar on those things, I was like, oh, and that's what my system was living off of because it failed. And when I woke up to hear all the things that they were telling me, and they was like, well, we're pretty sure that you've come into contact with someone with HIV/AIDS. And I'm like, you know, they was like, but we got to get some confirmatory labs because you're constantly turning, you know, it's negative, you know. So it was, of course, a recent interaction, you know, took place from when the last time I got tested, which pretty faithful. I'm pretty loyal, you know, I'm a Libra, pretty loyal people, okay?
I don't mean to cut you off, but that's why we ask when we test individuals, when was their last time for exposure, because you can't have unprotected sex on Monday and then come in to us on a Tuesday and we catch it. So we ask like for 30 days for you to come back
listen, Linda,
because it won't show up.
I did that shit. And I got to, and they was like for 6 months. I'm telling you, you are gonna have to wait. Your mind does not want you to wait, but you have to. Yeah. I literally spent 6 months going through all the testing because I had a condom break with my first one night stand. So listen to the lady. It's a true statement.
Yeah, you have to get, but people sometimes want that immediate response because they knew, or they may have heard, like they may have slept with somebody or one night stand, and then you hear that person may be positive, or you want immediate results from yesterday because you know you didn't wear a condom or the condom broke. You have to come back within 30 days and get yourself tested, and then we ask you to, like today, go home with condoms and sleep with, have sex with condoms. Don't chance it because we don't really know real results because your exposure just happened, within 24 hours or something like that. So I didn't want to cut you off, but after you got your diagnosis, talk about that.
Yes, that was very important. Yeah. That was very important information to know. But yes, so after I got the diagnosis, I just went into a dark place.
Tim, how old are you?
I'm 30.
30.
Oh.
Yes.
You got so much life, but I'm so glad that you I'm amazing. Live life.
Yeah.
Tam has another little interesting something about her.
Yes,
side note.
I was gonna segue into it. I was going to, but you already did.
Come on, yeah.
Because I was gonna ask everybody, did they have any fetishes or kinky things that they do, or things that people would be considered a kink?
Tam does.
Look, she from Oak Cliff. She is a professional cuddler.
Okay. All right. Tasha, have you cuddled her or allowed her to cuddle you?
No, because I ain't gonna pay for nobody to cuddle me.
I understand that, but for show purposes, if you are with someone who is a professional cuddler, you should at least get a cuddle.
She finna tell you about it because she's finna add some new services and other shit. What'd you say, Ed?
How much does one get paid for professional cuddling?
Oh, it's a market. I've seen it on.
There's a market, and that's all the shit I want to get down to. But no, I don't need to go. I need to know how to get the money, how to be the cuddler. Okay, that's what I need to know.
Because I'm a good
cuddle with your girl.
Oh my. Okay, so I'm a part of this site. A friend a few weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago, I went with a friend and she was like, I want to go to Vegas. So I'm like, okay, I'll book it. We'll figure it out. We're going to Vegas for your 30th. We get to Vegas. We're having so much fun. And she's like, I got something for you. We were talking about cuddling or something with the guys that we met.
Because what happens in Vegas
stays in Vegas.
It's supposed to.
Or it shows up on the Naturally Unbothered.
Just be protected.
Yes. So she gave me a sign and she was like, a coworker sent this to me. And when I think about your jolly, energetic, like helping and loving spirit, I think you'll be a great cuddler. And I was like, a what? And she said, a cuddler. I'm like, you mean go around and get paid to cuddle and just talk to people, and which I love to do. And she's like, yeah. I'm like, okay, I'll sign up for it and we'll see. Well, I got approved, and within the last 2 weeks I've been on there, I've had about 4 to 6 bookings. But 4 success, probably like 7 bookings in all, and 4 more success. So
you've been cuddling.
I need your phone number.
Yes.
So come on now, let's break this down. So what does
I got it, Ebony.
for a 30-minute cuddle session?
So a 30-minute cuddle session from me is $40.
Okay.
And what does this cuddle session include?
A lot of intimacy with skin to skin, touching, any appropriate cuddle positions, with clothes on, no gropping, no inappropriate touching, just basically being that cuddle comfort that a person's looking for at the moment. So maybe cuddle, watch a movie, or cuddle, relax and listen to some music, or let's cuddle and get to know one another. No, like dry humping.
Yeah.
Right.
So
they
yes. Okay, so if I had $1,000 and I wanted to cuddle, what is going to be included in my $1,000 cuddle?
Bitch, cuddling and movies or music.
Oh, well. In my cuddle package.
You were talking about adding some cuddle packages. So
yeah. I mean, you're talking about paying $1,000. You're gonna get.
What am I gonna get in my cuddle session?
You're gonna be getting a massage. You're gonna be getting a very comfortable cuddle session. What you want to drink? Like, you want some tequila wine? What you want? What we need? We're gonna set this up. You're gonna be well accommodated. Okay.
What you say, Ebony?
I promise. I'm about to make a business.
You taking notes?
Birmingham bosom buddies. Let's cuddle. Okay.
Thank you for being a friend.
Hey, make sure you get your
travel down the road and back.
That's the golden girls.
You need to get a monkeypox vaccination before starting this fetish / job. You're gonna have to get a monkeypox vaccination.
Monkeypox, flu, and COVID. Get those vaccinations. Listen.
You about to
cuddle with a mask on.
Listen.
Yes, it tells you to take precautions, and that's what I love about the site. They always let you know what's going on, so they are very aware of everything, and they tell you to protect yourself, or if you feel safe, this is your business. So run your business at your own cautious.
Do they background check the people that contact you, or how does that work?
Okay, so there's a site. So the name of the site that I'm on is called Cuddle Comfort. You can become a member of the site. You can, and it's a very social platform. It's like basically taking Facebook and adding cuddling sessions, and that's the reason why we're communicating. So from experience, I ran into a lot of the guys that say some people have found relationships from the site, and other relationships from the site. So it does open the door. So I would advise, protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? They do allow you as a professional cuddler to have a weapon of choice according to your state and local laws.
Locked and loaded.
that's in there. That's in there. So you can always be prepared. Me,
under the pillow.
I go and I be ready to have a fun time and to have a funky time too, if needed. But we're gonna have a fun. We're gonna always have a fun time with Tam. Yeah. So we can
just gonna protect yourself.
Yeah, you're just gonna protect yourself, and they tell you that it's a contract and both parties agree upon it. Like, I'm not making this shit up and saying no, we can't inappropriately touch, because I'm not the person to inappropriately touch. Because if it was up to me and you was just looking so I'm a touch, but
that's another site.
That's another site for those type of services. And this is not, it lets you know this is not that type of service, and this is not tolerated, or you will be banned.
People need that too. I can see how this is such a lucrative business, because especially throughout COVID, when people have had no contact, they're single or whatever the case is, they just don't have, they're in a new city, they don't know anybody, they don't know anyone, they don't have anybody, so they want some intimacy without being intimate. Right. They want that closeness of feeling somebody. Yeah. I could totally get it.
And if you're looking for that other kind of intimacy, www.missjacksonifyounasty.com. D-I-C-K.
D-I-C-K. Yes. All of that.
That's your
website.
I
don't want to bring down the mood anymore, but I have to ask Tam.
We're not bringing down the mood.
Okay, good. I need to ask her one more question. Okay, so this person, did he know his status? Do you think he knew his status?
That is something that was never really verbally discussed, but allegedly, I think he knew his status and he was well aware of it. Now, what I really truly believe is that he never banked on a day that he would meet someone like me. And that could just be so cool as fuck, down to earth, or even open.
Scared him, and he knew he fucked him.
Right.
Yeah, it's his guilt. Yeah.
And I have to find out that he's undercover by,
undercover what?
Undercover, he liked males,
So he was with the friend, right?
I'm not sure who he was with.
No, when y'all met.
Yeah, he was with the homeboy that ended up dating my sister.
So have y'all talked to that friend? Does your sister
know her status?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And good. Does that guy who was talking to her, have you had a discussion with him? Your homeboy is fucked up. What the fuck?
Yeah, they actually reached out to me. So everybody was pissed off. They were mad because of who I am, and with them getting to know me, knowing she that girl.
She's cool as fuck. How could you not say?
Yeah, she's professional. Where did you fucking find her? She's beauty in the brains. And they were capping on him, what you got going on? They was asking him. They were very concerned, and I was what? And it kind of, the story's kind of pieced up, because once that person's not there and you get in contact with those around, and he's I knew something was going on fishy with him, man, when he left here from out of state a few years ago, because
you know what the silver line in all of this is? In less than a year, you will be undetectable. In less than a year, you will be undetectable, and you are going to live the best, the most fantastic life.
She's undetectable now.
That's what that is it. And you're gonna stay that way. Yeah. You're gonna live a fabulous life, girl.
Yes, and I'm doing it. I'm excited about it. I've been undetectable since 3 months diagnosed, because that's how advanced technology and medication
man.
So they can't detect it. So I don't have anything that I can spread. I can still have sex with or without a condom at my discretion, and for their, information, and having that discussion, and just want to be sure, because we don't have time for assumptions. And like my situation, I got so caught up in this guy, and a lot of us do, whether a person to be real with you or not, when we have other substances in our bodies and controlling us, and then we're in some move and we catch a vibe with that real fine guy that meets every look, it's a whole nother story. Ain't nobody saying, have you been tested, let alone if either one of you says who has the condom. Like, let's be real. Who likes using rubbers walking around smelling like a damn Thai factory anyways?
Facts. I have several questions, and I'm not gonna.
Oh my gosh, girl, you just trying not to do your segment.
No, I have my segment, but I have 2 questions, and then we can end this. So my first question is, had you known his status, even after, if he told you after y'all had already been intimate, would you have stayed in the relationship with him?
That's a great question, because when I say that I'm as pure and genuine as they come, I would have been down. Like, I was feeling him. I was loving on him. So if I would have known that, let me help you help us, because it's us. If I say it's us, then it's us, regardless, because what is it that we can't get through? What is it that we can't talk about? What is it that we, it should never be those moments and things like that. We should always be able to talk about any and everything. I don't care if you fuck that bitch. Oh, you fucked that bitch. Oh, you fucked up. Oh, okay. Next time, tell me about it. Maybe we can all join. You never know until you have those conversations with people to see what's up for discussion and what's not, but give people that opportunity.
Yes.
And give them that choice. I wasn't giving that.
If you don't feel comfortable talking to your partner, you are with the wrong partner.
Person.
Period.
Right. What's your second one, Ebony?
My second one is for either Tam or Keisha. Can y'all explain to the people who don't know what the difference in HIV and AIDS is?
Okay, HIV is the virus, and then AIDS is considered the disease. So and then a doctor has to diagnose you, and it's about your T cell count. You have to be diagnosed HIV. Like, I use Magic Johnson has HIV. Eazy-E died of AIDS because it had progressed to an AIDS diagnosis. And those were 1900 times that I'm speaking of, but now the medication and things are so able, like she was able to get out, first of all, get the counseling that she needed and the help to transition her to see, because if I'm on the bus and I got to go here, but you get into those areas and centers that provide you transportation and things like that to get you on your medication and moving on it, it will help your body because that fights it off. So HIV is the virus, and then that's the virus that causes AIDS. You can't go backwards. Like, you can't have AIDS and then go, I don't want to say go back, but then be diagnosed HIV. It's just an undetectable, your viral loads, your T cells, your health, the way you eat. Then you go through a lifestyle change and do better. If you're diabetic, you just start taking care of yourself from, honestly, the inside out, so that you can keep your immune system built up. So those are the two. That's the difference.
All right.
That's it.
Yeah, because you still have HIV. You still have it, but the stages. So yeah, AIDS is like the 3rd stage of HIV, and that's because your whole immune system is being attacked and failing. It's fully compromised and at risk of any type of infection or bacteria or sickness that may be around. But even with that, it's still nothing to freak out about. If you take those medications, which are called the antiretroviral treatments that they have,
like Kari or Kirby and stuff like that.
Oh, those are preventatives. Those are preventatives.
Yeah, so the Biktarvy is a treatment. So the antiretroviral treatment, the Biktarvy's one of them. Once that medication builds your immune system back up so that it's able to fight, your CD4 count would then begin to increase. The only difference with the virus and then the acquired, AIDS syndrome, basically, it's just your immune system. The function of your immune system. It's either good or it's not good. So it's failing. So it's failing. So that's a stage 3, which is AIDS. So once your immune system get back up, it's kind of crazy because you can't get, it doesn't go anywhere because, like she said, it suppresses the virus. It doesn't mean I don't have HIV anymore. It just means you're undetectable. And whether you just have HIV or it progresses to AIDS, you can still get undetected because I was a stage 3 classified level AIDS. My system was failing. That's what put me in critical condition, and they had to admit me right away because all my numbers were off, and I needed the help, so it was all other type of STDs that I never had before with this guy. But to this day, it's still 3 months or less I was undetected. And when they told me that, it was hard to believe because I'm like, where are other people that look like me and that I could, I can speak to and know for a fact this is not a joke, or you're just not feeding me, bull. And, I hit the ground running and went to conferences and met other Black women, Mexican women from all different type of backgrounds and cultures. And it blew my mind to what, that I could live a happy, healthy life and continue to live. And then when I learned the stigma and mistreatment and things that were behind it, I was like, oh yeah, they picked the right one for this because they gonna know. They gonna know.
Right. And that brings up another question. Like, since you are undetected now and you share your status, I'm sure, with whoever you're beginning to date or see or whatever, have there been times when you shared your status and people been like, I can't?
I actually did. I actually had one guy that did that to me. He was like, I don't think we're for each other. Everything was going great, dating, seeing each other. And then when he got to want to be intimate, I was like, well, let me tell him, and it was like weird because it wasn't natural. I could just tell it was something. He was just attracted to me, and it was more physical and nothing else. But he just goes ahead and we're trying to perform, and I'm like, okay, where's the condom? And he's like, we don't need a condom. So when he said that, it put me at alert, and I was like, this guy doesn't use condoms. Like he just told me there he gonna
affect me.
He gonna send me, and I'm gonna get some type of OI or something, and something's gonna, or maybe even another strand of HIV.
Yeah, that's what I said. He gonna reinfect me.
I'm like, so that's what I thought, and I was like, oh yeah, I gotta get out of this. But instead of even getting out of it, I began to question him, and I'm like, you don't know if I have anything. Do you know if you have anything? And like we started talking, and I'm like, yeah, because it is. And I did want to kind of scare him because he was, he was an older guy, and I'm like, you know better. You're supposed to know better.
Yeah, you too old to just be
going around doing that. Like, are you not aware that, you shouldn't be doing that? But nevertheless, he was like, I was like, yeah. He was like, let's go get your things so you can stay over to my house or whatever. And we did, and we got to his house. He was like, okay, well, I see you later. Thank you for dropping me off. And I'm like, I thought I was spending the night. He was like, no, can we talk about this? Are you gonna get mad? I'm like, no, let's talk about it. He was like, I don't think this is for us. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it's like, he didn't know anything about like the medication, because this is the thing. I'm well knowledge about me and everything that goes on with my body, to where I can tell you and you'll be like, oh, I believe you. And I'll tell you, look it up for yourself too. I don't want you to just be like, oh, I'm just take a pair of lips to tell you anything. Know that what's being given to you is real information, and it's not none of Tam's fake news for this BS I'm gonna run on you. Like, it happens, My whole situation with my fiance, it happened. At the end of the day, what was I? Broke, HIV positive, homeless. Come on now. And then he was a whole
so much.
I really thank you both for sharing, for being here, and you for, telling us your story, like, and being so vulnerable with us. That I appreciate that. And you.
Yes. Thank you for sharing so much and letting me pry.
Got all up in the business. We don't have time for a Say My Name. So Ebony, I'm gonna need you to wrap the show up. So that means next week we're gonna have 2 Say My Names.
And probably we'll try.
We got time for a Say My Name.
We're at 1:35.
Well, you know what? This was needed.
It was
because
great.
People out here just doing whatever the fuck they doing, and they need to know that HIV looks like us.
Yeah.
It's not look like somebody that got monkeypox.
And you.
Yeah. You don't look like you have anything. So you just have to take care of you and protect yourself. And if the person loves themselves, they'll protect themselves to protect you. So everybody just have to protect each other, and nothing looks no type of way. You can't look at someone and tell anything they have. So, and it's nothing to think about. It's either you know or you don't.
Exactly.
Right in between that, that's life or death. Like, you have to look at it in those ways, like at a reality check.
And the test is free. See, that's another thing. It doesn't cost you anything.
So you guys, if you test, if you want to test, if you want to know your status, if you want to know any of that, just email us at Naturally Unbothered.
Yes.
The number 2@gmail.com. If you want to go to the website, naturallyunbothered.com. If you want to call the phone number and leave or send a text message and leave that your information so we can have that sent out to you. Ebony, tell them the phone number.
You can text status to the phone number. I won't even reach out to you directly. I will not save your number in my phone. I will pass the information to where you will get to, more than likely, LaKeisha, so that she can get you the information you need to get you to where you can succeed.
What's the number?
That you're educated. 205-308-8304. That's 205-308-8304 for that number. You can just text status to that number, and then I'll get it to where it needs to go. So you can also follow Naturally Unbothered on IG, Twitter, and Facebook. You can email us at naturallyunbothered2@gmail.com. That is naturallyunbothered2@gmail.com. Leave us a message. We welcome the feedback, the comments, the show ideas, Ebonites. You know how I adore your advice requests, so keep them coming. We didn't get to anything this week, but I will have to next week, so whatever. You can listen to us on Apple, Spotify, iHeart, Audible, or wherever you listen to your favorite podcast. You should be listening to us. Make sure that you're subscribing, you're rating, you leaving a review on YouTube. You are tuning into the live chats on Thursday mornings at 8 a.m. If you're looking for Naturally Unbothered merch, if you are looking for Naturally Unbothered merch, please, we got shot glasses, we got coffee mugs, we got t-shirts. Okay, so
RIP.
Yeah, so you can www.naturallyunbothered.com. That is www.naturallyunbothered.com. Click the merch link so that you can get that merch. If you want to talk to us, learn your status, figure out how you can get plugged by Tasha, figure out if you can be part of the poly fam with Shari, if you want to know how to get wiped up in 6 months, whatever you want to know, we got you. So to all your whole West friends, to tell your whole West friends to tune in to Naturally Unbothered.
Until next time, everybody, thank you so much, ladies, for this great, awesome show and being so vulnerable. We love it, love it, love it.
If you want to be cuddled.
If you want to be cuddled.
Call the Cuddler.
Cuddlebuddy.com.
Yes, so at Cuddle Comfort, I'll be Smiley 223.
All right, get you a cuddle buddy.
My brain has been expanded. The
somebody's cuddle buddy.
Yeah, I'm a cuddle tonight too, but I'm not gonna get paid off the site.
Stay tuned.